morning to people just joining. Alrighty, how's everyone doing this morning? Hope everyone's doing good. We do have an update, and we think we have fixed everything. We've done live testing a lot since last night and today and yesterday. So we've added some cool features that people have been asking for. Not everything, because our main focus was getting all the bugs out. So we can have that in later updates, but we did add a risk reward thing here, so it'll show past entries, so like overnight. Excuse me. So the lines on the chart, okay, if you guys want, we can remove the lines again on a later update. Just thought, so you guys know it's, potentially taking a trade at a certain spot, you can learn that, okay? But once a trade is taken, it'll show like the 1, 2, 3 that it was looking at. Okay. And then it'll take, just kind of for a little bit more visual reference, it'll take this. So I just took a short at 7:48. And you can see the stop loss was initially placed here at this high, and the TP was placed here at 1 to 2, right? Obviously, if you are going to trade pre-market and overnight, you'll want to change your ATM trails because you're not going to get as much movement. But that did go about 14 points in profit, and then obviously we moved higher. I do have the sensitivities a lot lower because I'm trying to force setups to make sure everything's working, and I increased the max bars, so this setup may not have been taken for default settings, of course. Once we get another trade, I'll show you guys everything, show you how it functions, and planning on releasing an update this morning at some point. So and then in the strategies, again, we have some checkboxes here that Scott added for us. So show position info, show position pivot lines. So just some more pivot lines. I don't know if we can see them, point them out to you, but and then show pivot lines again. So a couple different things. We'll explain that with that update, but if you check these all, you'll be able to basically see the 1, 2, 3, this risk reward tool, right? And then right here, the pivot. So check all three, you'll be able to see this little pivot, some little line there, right? Just another visualization. Okay. And yeah, again, you can see the 1, 2, 3 and the risk reward. So this is the exact trade it took. This is the exact entry, right? 75, stop up at there, 2 to 1. Again, you can drag your TPs, drag your stop losses if you'd like, change your ATM trails, right? So pretty cool, pretty cool. We also added max contracts. As I know, you know, if it tries to take a trade, let's say you have your max contracts at 4, right? It tries to take a trade with 5, it won't place it. So keep that in mind. You know, I would say you do want a little bit bigger of an account, you know, like a 150K, 250K account. That's my recommendation. Even if it's like a 150K from Top Step, I just would recommend bigger accounts. You don't have to, but it makes it a lot easier trading NQ, right? And MNQ can be difficult just because, you know, it'll be put in more contracts. So again, it just depends on your prop firm, right? Like if you're using an Apex 50K account, you can use like 100 micros. So obviously that's not going to be a problem unless you set your risk to like $1,000 per trade. It'll put you in a lot of micros, right? But generally keep the risk low. Even on big accounts, I would keep the risk at about, you know, $400-500 per trade, right? And generally it'll take a trade around $400 to $500 or no more than probably $800 to $900, right? If it gets over a certain threshold, it just will avoid the trade completely. So we have it to where if it's over $500 of your risk at any point, it just won't take it. But on MNQ, that would not be a problem. Should never be a problem on MNQ. Actually haven't gotten any MNQ trades since I've been trying this update, but I've gotten NQ trades and it's working perfect, so. How's everyone doing this morning though? I know we're on early. We got an hour till market opens, so we're just hanging out. Also, I don't know if Hutch is in here, but make sure, I'll explain this with the update as well. Make sure you have to keep your order quantity at 1, and I'll show you. So Hutch put this at 3, right? Keep everything here on this first page at 1 on the ATM, okay? Keep the order quantity at 1, keep the target just 1 target. Okay. If you put this at 3, I know Hutch. If you put this at 3, then it'll take triple. So Hutch, I think your risk was what? You said something about trying to do 20 contracts or something. So, you know, it messes with everything. Okay, so if you want it to work how it should, you'll have to just do 1. So, you know, I'll recommend everyone just basically copy this, right? Copy this, and then you can do whatever you want in the stop strategy here, but on this page it should look just like this. Okay, 60k. That's what you were trying to risk. Did 60 contracts. That's well. Did your thing lag out? Justin. I did not get much sleep. No. I stayed up till about 12:30 trying to force setups here. I slept in this room here till about 3 a.m. trying to listen for if it took any trades because I needed to monitor it, and then I went up to my actual bedroom at 3 a.m. So. $60 cons at 1k risk each. Gotcha. Yeah, but for the update, everyone should, I'll make sure everyone knows. Keep your order quantity at 1. Keep your target at 1. Set like a 50 tick and 100 tick, like something like this. Okay. And then stop strategy though. This is up to you. So. And then I haven't messed with anything in here. So, I would recommend just keeping it like this. Okay. So, yeah. This is a short it took earlier. So, you guys can see this risk reward tool on the screen, right? Took the short there. It's not going to be, if you know normal golden SBS, it might not be exactly like your normal golden SBS, right? But still the SBS structure behind it, right? And we can make tweaks, improve it as we go, but this works still very well. And all the back testing, hold on, I guess let me finish my thought. This is the trade, so you can see that there, entered at 75.50 was my position. So little slippage, right? Which is fine. Stop at the high, limits there, and let's say my limit or my stops are in a weird spot and my limits are in a weird spot when it enters, right? Like it's not where it's supposed to be. You just would click this button and it would move them right to where they should be. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't remember. Let's see. What was I gonna say?
Order filled.
Long trade. Okay, so there you go. Everyone pay attention here. So we can see the setup. So first of all, we see the risk reward on screen. We can see the initial TP is meant to be here. Initial stop. Stop is at the right spot, right? But a couple slippage. So that works, right? Limits are placed at the proper spot. We're entered in 8 contracts because our risk is 1500. This is about 10.5 points times 8 contracts times 20. So this is about 1680 risk. Remember, it rounds up slightly. Okay, so 1680 right around 1500. And I'm going to show you this. Again, I have lower sensitivities, so it's going to force setups. Okay, and drag these wherever you want. And if you click the move SLTP, moves them all back. Okay. But yeah, I do have sensitivities way lower, and I have the bars look back way lower.
Stop filled.
So that one stopped, right? But you can see you're gonna get a lot more setups here if you do, like I have max bars between 150. So now it can look way further back for setups, which you don't really want setups that are that far back. And I lowered the sensitivities down. Okay, so it's gonna force setups. You're gonna have more losers, right? But that trade was right here. Looks like, so the pivot, you can see right here on the screen, pivot here, right? So pivot there, that's 1, that's 2. The 3 point is up here, and the 4 was on the way back down, right? It's not going to be fully like regular gold and SBS, but it's similar market. It's basically the same market structure. So stop was in the proper point. We risked about 1600, right? A little more with slippage, obviously, maybe. And again, you know, you may not have, I haven't tested pre-market, so this is all, I'm running tests to make sure it's functioning. And it does look good. Let me, Justin said looked good. It actually didn't look terrible, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend, if you want to force setups while you're testing, max bars between points. So to explain this is allowing 150 bars between each point. So when point 1 forms, there could be 150 bars between to point 2, then 150 bars to point 3. But if there's 151, it wouldn't count the trade. Okay. And then if you lower these sensitivities, like right now I have it at 2 and 1, usually it's at 3 and 1, you would see a difference in these lines, right? So it'd be reading the market from different pivots. Okay. So it actually may have taken a different entry. Like for, I don't know, for an example, it may have entered long right now, like when we stopped or something, because it's reading the pivots from different points. So you decrease the sensitivities, you increase the amount of pivots it's reading, right? Hopefully that makes sense, everyone. Also, the machine ID stuff, me and Ben are going to handle all that today. So if you guys are getting machine ID pop-ups, we'll get that all handled. But we're trying to get this update out. You guys all should be good basically for the rest of the week of use, and me and Ben will get that fixed. So. But we've been working on this update literally for 3 days. Yeah, as you can see, that was a properly executed trade. It's on live testing, right? So something weird was happening with Ninja, where it would work perfectly in market replay, and it would bug out in live. So all these tests, well, the couple tests I posted in these testimonials or whatever, are accurate to what would have happened in the live market. It just, obviously the live market was bugged for some reason, like wasn't reading our code properly. So like this result here, 7,500 profit, 500 risk, 3-1 sensitivities, 9:30 to 3:30 Eastern, right? And avoided CPI day, the day before CPI. This is an accurate test that would have happened, right? Market replay is accurate with this strategy. So this would have happened. But obviously, you know, live is pretty fixed now, so. And then this was with an older update, but still, you know, accurate, right? Let's see, about 79% win rate as well. Solid. You guys feel free, you know, the ATM is going to be a big impact on the success, right? Like your trail stop is going to be a big impact and all that. So just keep in mind, if you know it's going to be a volatile day, maybe you want a wider ATM. If you know it's going to be a choppier day, maybe you want a closer trail, right? You're going to run overnight, you'd need a closer trail. BLK Golden SBS future tweaks. Yep. Of course. But I think we've gotten most of the feedback that people have put in so far. So Media Boy said SBS strategy name and trade performance reports. I think that's already in there. You see real quick. Filter, sim. Should already be in there. You can see here. Template SBS, like that should be in there, like that's defaulted. Again, I'm forcing setup, so you don't need to pay attention to this, right? And we're on a 1500 max risk, so that should be in there though. And then so we got that's in there. Add a marker line of entry, so that's basically the risk reward, right? Entries and exits, that's risk reward. We don't have the 2 sets of times to trade, like avoid times. We can look into that. We don't have max daily profit, but again, you can turn it off when you want. Max daily loss, you could set in your rhythmic parameters right now. But we got the max contracts, because there's a lot of people that wanted the max contracts. Enable or disable taking of opposite positions if currently in a trade. We disabled that feature actually, so if you're in a current long position, it's not going to exit you early and put you in a short. It'll just finish out that trade. If you're in a short trade, it's not going to exit you early and put you in a long if it setup pops up. So we disabled that. Could look into a news blockout. Martingale, I don't know how many people want Martingale. We can look. That's very risky, especially with this kind of strategy. Hard cap on contract sizing. We added a cap. I think we did that. Make the buttons grayed out if the strategy is turned off. If strategy is turned off, there will be no buttons. Plot on chart after execution, risk reward. So basically got everyone's feedback, right? Telling you guys we do our best here. Transparent, taking feedback, right? Thanks for being patient. Also, at some point today will extend everyone's subscription 5 days, so you don't get charged for these the hiccups that we caused. So if you bought it on the 20th of this month and you were supposed to renew on November 20th, you won't renew till November 25th now. Okay. And if there's any more hiccups, I'll just extend again. So basically 5 free trial sort of days to think about it that way. So yeah, I think I got most of everyone's feedback there as quickly as we could without messing anything else up. I'm gonna delete this ATM because this will cause problems. So I'm gonna actually delete the message here because this will cause problems. So let me know in the chat if everything looks okay to you guys. Not gonna change anything else that you guys want right now, but still let me know if it looks up to par, of course. If you want us to get rid of the lines, we could in a later update, so that it maybe looks more like, well, yeah. So yeah, trying to force some setups. They're not going to be necessarily legit setups, right? But legit meaning like if you put it on normal sensitivities and stuff. But probably not going to run L2 this morning. Don't plan on it. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh, I plan on also being gone tomorrow, so Thursday, Friday, and Monday next week. As long as this update works properly, which it has been for me and Ben, which means it will for you guys as long as you follow my instructions. There's a lot of people that don't follow instructions, so I'm actually gonna make another channel called SBS tutorial vids. And I'm gonna put it right under the updates. I'm gonna post the WAP videos in there. So that everyone understands where to go, because man, I've had 15, 20 people message me saying it's not working and they haven't clicked the enabled button, or they don't know how to install it, or they don't know how to backtest it. Well, guess what, guys? I mean, I put a whole course right here. So can I copy the link from a certain spot? This should work. Let me know if you guys don't mind taking a second. Click this link in SBS tutorial vids. Should bring you to WAP and right to the SBS Autotrader full setup guide. Let me know if that works for you guys. It is AP, but I'm gonna update that as well today, probably with the updates. So the install tutorial will be the same, right? So I can just show you guys, I guess, quick as well. Tutorial, just installing it. We have the NinjaTrader 8 set up, right? Just installing it to Ninja. Settings guide, I'll probably update this. Probably delete the double entries because that doesn't happen anymore. I'll update the ATM because I want everyone to pay attention to that. Leave the back testing. I'll leave this, and then Ben made a PDF. You know, Ben's good at making PDFs, right? So send machine ID. Probably should have him update this as well, but So add a couple things, delete a couple things, but that link works as a ton of things such. So yeah, I guess not a lot of people know how to use WAP, and that's fine. So hopefully, you know, go there, right? Go there, and yeah. You guys can even do a free spin every day. You can actually, okay, thanks guys. Go to the free prizes or the WAP wheel here. Get to do a spin for WAP every day, so you can win a PS5, AirPod Max, gift card. Bless me. Ooh, jeez. T-shirt, right? Free spin every day. Might as well spin it. I will give the update out to you guys after this morning. Thanks for being patient with me, and Ben. So, should work good. Again, if there's any problems, let us know. We've been running live. I haven't gotten any MNQ trades, so if there's any problems with MNQ, you let us know, but it shouldn't be any problems. Shouldn't be any problems. NQ at least has been working perfect, and I know probably most people will run NQ. Some other notes is I would really just stick with NQ and MNQ. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I would stick with NQ or MNQ or something with a similar tick count, right? Like ES is not anything close to like the same sort of tick count or, you know, how price moves. So it should still work on anything, but you'd have to adjust the sensitivities a lot. Like lower the sensitivities or increase the sensitivities, right? So NQ and MNQ I know are gonna mainly be what the crowd uses, and I would stick to that because, you know, we coded it around that, right? Shouldn't be a problem for most people. I think most people will do that, but AP, what hours will SBS run from? That's up to you. I'll be doing New York session mainly, so the best thing to do will be to do market replay and test, right? So like these tests here, I did 9:30 to 3:30. I wouldn't trade really the last 30 minutes, so those results I had. You could dive deeper into that and see what time did it work best. Maybe it worked best from 9:30 till 11. Maybe you just do that, right? Maybe it worked best from noon to 3:30, right? So you can dive deep into that analysis and market replay, or sim test it live, right? So But most of our testing and results have been done during New York session. So just be aware of that, okay? No problem. Justin, is there a way to turn off lines and just leave the numbers? No, not right now. I know some people won't like the lines. Some people do, because right now there's a lot of lines because of the sensitivity. So you increase sensitivity, there's gonna be less lines because it's looking at less pivots. So I can't please everyone right now. But again, you're not necessarily meant to be watching this the whole time, right? So this is supposed to be a really boring auto trader, right? Not meant to be something just, for example, like azimuth that we've been using, right? Where it's exciting. You're getting 10, 20 trades in a morning, right? It's meant to be boring. It's just meant to work over the long run. So, and obviously tweaks and stuff, that's up to you guys. If you want to increase the sensitivities, you can, right? Default is 3 and 1. If you want to increase it, you can. If you want to decrease it, you can. If you want to increase max bars, you can. If you want to decrease it, you can, right? It's all up to you. I like boring too, as long as it's working. So just got confirmation from Ben. No errors, looks good. So everything should be good. Good to go. Gonna try and force an MNQ setup. I've been trying, but I haven't gotten one, so. Morning, Justin F. Not really. AP, I used it on Monday, and it was a tiny red day. Pretty tiny, about $250, which our average green day has actually been about 800 to 1,000, so not bad. And then yesterday I haven't. Today I probably won't as well, because I've been focusing on this update. So. Oh, are they, Scott? Which? See, this. Oh, there you go. Look, I didn't even understand. So, Scott, well, the numbers will still show up on these two checked, right? Okay. So yeah, with these two, the risk reward thing will still pop up, and the numbers will still pop up, and it'll just be no pivot lines. So, who's asking? Justin? I was wrong. We just added that last night, so I guess I didn't understand. Thanks, Scott. Everyone can thank Scott for that one. Thanks, Scott, for the 20 lines of code. So I'm gonna update the little tutorial course a little bit, but links here, right under updates. Okay, everyone should have access to that. So just, you know, after I release, I'm gonna record some of these new clips, and then I'm gonna release the update after this morning live stream, and then I'll release it. Everyone can check it, and then hopefully people stop DMing me on how to turn it on, because it's, you know, done a lot of those. Again, the trades you see this morning won't be necessarily fully accurate to what the default settings are, so you know, don't pay too much attention to that. You can if you want, right? But we have lower settings to try and force setups and try and put it under like a stress test. So also, I know a lot of you understand this, but some of you won't understand this, and that's okay. It's the strategy is only going to take, you know, a couple trades a day, maybe, right? So don't expect a ton of trades and expect losing days, right? I'm not gonna advertise it that it makes like $1,000 a day or multiple thousands of dollars a day, because it doesn't, right? Other people know this, you know, people that have been in the Discord. It's not a money glitch, right? Will it do good long term from what we know so far? Yes, right? Will it be good month to month from what we've tested? Yes, right? Will it be good week to week? Most weeks, hopefully, yes. Will it be good day to day? Not necessarily, right? Still, discretion is needed, right? Nothing's ever just set, forget, never check it, right? I mean, this isn't necessarily, right? It's meant to set and forget for the most part, but still need to monitor. So just thought I'd throw that out there. I know a lot of you know that already, but a lot of you don't as well. So actually it looked like a 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Oh, but it took a short. What's that? Where was that? That was inside here on the 15-second, but it didn't take that. It's like a short right around here, and it would have TP'd probably here. That would have been a nice manual entry. Well, I guess, yeah. I know why I didn't read that. once we put this update out, guys, as well. So I plan probably end of next week. So not this week, but the following week. So what's the date on that? Let me give you guys a date. Probably November 1st. I will be increasing lifetime pricing. Not sure if I'll increase monthly right now, but I'll increase lifetime, and then I'll cap the lifetime spots to probably 10 more people. I know not all of you are going to want that, right? I know a couple people have said they're going to want it, so just a heads up, probably November 1st, November 2nd, I will probably cap the lifetimes to 10 and increase the price just a little bit. Still not going to be like, nothing like $4,000 something. Still going to be well under that. So, you know, a few $100 increase probably. So, just a heads up, because I know it's a couple people. How come, AP? Because, well, there's been a lot more demand for this than we initially thought. We initially thought we'd probably have about 20 to 30 users. Currently we have 85, and right now I want to just cap the lifetimes. So monthlies probably stay like this. But yeah, that's just how I want to run it. So I'll at least, you know, I may not cap lifetimes, but every, you know, I'd say every new 5 to 10 lifetime members we get, I'll probably increase the price a couple $100 each time. But I mean, we're not gonna, I don't plan on oh, sorry. I know I have it's a 15-second delay, and I need to figure out the low latency thing. So bot didn't take that trade, well, because of my sensitivities and stuff, and the bar lookbacks and stuff like that I have. But it's reading a pivot here and here, but there's no like real breakdown, right? So it's reading a breakdown, I believe, from this pivot, from this dot. It broke out here, but it's not showing a red dot here. So if it printed a red dot here, and then a green dot, and then another red dot, then it probably would have taken that trade. And you can see it more on the lines as well. I mean, these are really sloppy lines. But like I took a long here. I can have Ben explain that more too, but I think it took a short over here as well. Right here. Took a short here. And that was based, let me see if I can see. Right here. You'll be able to see it after the fact takes trade. Pivot here. 1, 2, 3. Or there's also a one inside of here too, right here. Little dot. A red dot, green dot, red dot. And then it, you know, shifted there. Kind of confusing. But that's okay. I mean, you guys don't need to know necessarily every detail on why it takes every setup. That's why it's meant to be automated. So wait until market opens, trying to force some setups. So yeah, we'll see. Ben says everything's looking good. He got a bunch of trades last night, said it looked good. I got a couple trades this morning, sent him some info on it. Said it looks good. Said no errors. Said no errors that matter. So everything looks as it's supposed to be. So. Yeah, Hutch, it's not my bed. This is actually just the guest bedroom. I know I'm looking unprofessional, and that's okay because, you know, I've been on my computer for about 35 hours in the last 2 days trying to get this update going. So, yeah, I don't care, but, you know, that's... Also, I did sleep in this bed, I guess, for a couple hours last night because I was exhausted. Couldn't walk upstairs. Globex trading. I don't know, what are you trying to trade? Like is that a... I'm not a professional here. Not a professional, Curtis. Come on. Yeah, I've been up for 35 hours straight almost, alright? Cut me some slack. Cut me some slack, man. Okay. Yeah, I haven't tested it, Curtis. If you want, you can. There was a couple setups that forced short overnight. I think it, yeah, a couple setups, but I haven't tested it much. I think it'll work better in a regular session, New York session. Again, that's all off of data, right? And market replay will be accurate with this. So, you know, if you test your data and maybe overnight's not really profitable with the algo, right? So maybe you know certain hours of the night that have been profitable over the past 3 weeks, right? So you want to test more current times. You don't want to test how the overnight session performed in August because, I mean, you can, but like August is going to be different to now, right? So generally testing it within the past 2 weeks or so is good data, I would say. 2 weeks to a month at max probably is really the only data that I would care about. um My Funded Futures has a new new plan. Show you guys this. So earn payouts as early as your first milestone, progress through 4 phases. After the 4th phase, progress to live, no daily loss limit, no news policies. You guys can read that if you want, pause it. So milestone plan, one-time fee, direct path to live, earn money after passing each phase. And looks like phase 1, 2, and 3, something like that. Oh, these are right here. So phase 1, 7 days, phase 2 to 4, 14 days. So 50K account right there. So you can earn a live account within 3 weeks, month. Aaron, what do you mean? What's confusing here? Not change the subject, but if this current NQ trader short wins. Ooh, let's pray, Hutch. I didn't even run it last night because I was so into this. Let me load up my NQ trader chart. By the way, guys, if you want some valuable insights on on our NQ trader, everyone has access to the NQES group chat down here. Currently, let's see. Hutch posted a bunch of info on here. His results since August 4th. So up, what is he up? About 30K within 4 evals. Oof, let's hope for this short to win. I thought I... I want to get into stocks and trades, but I have no idea how to do any of it. Join the Discord, Aaron. Link in the description. Did you get that trade last night, Hutch? I can't see the trade now. Did you get this little... Oh, am I on... I'm on standard fill. Got a loss, I guess, last night. Long at 5:30. Oh, that should have maybe even hit TP. That was 12.5 points. That was actually exactly what the TP was. So it actually touched TP, just depending on if you got filled and where your fill was, I guess. Because TP is 12.5 points. Looks like you're gonna win this short, Hutch. Come on. Push. No trade? Gotcha. Win the short, Hutch. Win the short. Where was your entry on the short? Let me guess. Probably this candle here. Around 38.50. And your TP would be 25. You got it. Let's go. Let's go. Now you can tell people that NQ Trader works for all the haters that say it doesn't work. I'm currently up. Let me see. I'm up about 6,500 on my 200 and right here. You can see here 6,500 up on my PA from Apex. That was from that's from trading with one contract. Slow and steady there, 6.5K. That's maybe 2 months. But again, I'm trading really small, so I'm fine with it. Works for me, right? Market opens really soon here, so also guys, Apex, new rules here, right? Probably after this morning live stream, STF. No more payout windows, 8 trading days, no more flipping, DCA allowed, cautionary, safety net required, risk reward has to be increased to 5 to 1. Consistent rule, hard 30%. This is probably the biggest one. Unrealized losses cannot exceed 30% of total profits. And that's like once you're like on a 50K account, if you're above 2,500 profit, you can't risk more than $750 a trade. Shouldn't really be a problem for most people. Watch this too. Look, Apex. Look at this. Ready? Bots, auto strategies allowed. Just manage them and don't set and forget. Look at that. Apex. Bots and automated strategies are allowed. Just manage them. No more flipping. There's no more flipping rule. No more DCA rule. You can DCA. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So the 30% thing in your first days under trailing threshold, use 30% of the original amount. So yeah, $750 risk per trade, basically. Once you're above that safety net. That's kind of cool. Post that in the the profits. Oh, have you been copying these 50Ks? Why are they all like 500 off? Yeah, dollar cost averaging in, yeah. I agree, it's a little odd, but you can do it now, so whatever, right? Congrats, Hutch, on the 50K eval. I know you've been funded before, but you know, with the Autotrader alone, took 2 months, but, or yeah, 2.5 months, but slow and steady, huh? Prove it can be done. I'm gonna spin my WAP wheel and see if I win. Ooh, nope. Haven't won. Right in between the PS5 and AirPods. Market opens in a couple minutes here. Again, we're just trying to force trades. Ugh. Excuse me, I am exhausted. Everyone just joining. Hope everyone's doing good this morning. If you don't mind clicking the like button. Subscribing if you're new, guys. Really appreciate it.
Order filled. Stop filled.
Well, that was an entry right on open. Maybe don't allow entries right at open. Oh, also, I have low sensitivities. Also, that's a 15-second entry. So you can see here, I'll have to slow that down. Gonna watch that back. So we got filled at 43 with 6 NQs. I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. It's good to see. Okay. So play this back. So initially, boom, we're in 9 contracts. Okay, at 43. Okay, and you can see the stop losses and TPs, as it happens very quickly, are placed
Order filled.
Oh, that's another long on the 15-second.
Stop
Again,
filled.
doing stress testing, we have lowered every single sensitivity possible. So you can see here, it places the stop loss initially 13 points away, which is where I have my ATM. Okay, so this is why you want to place them. Place your ATMs, something that makes sense. Don't put it at like 1 tick and 1 tick. So I'm at 52 ticks. That's about 52 ticks away, right? And you'll see it's all jumbled, right? 9 contracts, and then watch really quickly. Okay, I'm gonna slow it down to 0.5 speed, maybe 0.25. Play it. You can see, boom, they auto adjust. Okay, now they're at the proper spot. That happened in about, quarter of a second. The stops are at the high, TPs are here, right? Obviously that lost 9 contracts though, with about 9 points of risk. So if we do that math, 9 points, or 9 contracts, 9 points of risk, times that by 20, it's about $1,600, right? And our risk is 1,500. So that makes sense, right? So that was fine. And then this trade right here, also valid, right? And that was, so we got a short setup and a long setup. This is a long setup here, right? You can see the entry there. TP is placed up here, stops placed at the correct spot, right? You can adjust them. And again, if it places it in a weird spot and it hasn't moved it, boom, and click that purple pink button right there, okay? Again, doing stress testing, so don't really look into this, okay? Still haven't gotten an MNQ trade. Interesting. Hopefully we can get one. So putting it through the stress test. Looks all good. Give me an MNQ setup, dude. Come on. Hopefully everyone's gonna make some money with L2 Azimuth this morning. Did I move this L2 Azimuth chat? I think I did, accidentally. Tradeify is having some sales, I think. Yeah, I am Mustang. I've gotta make sure our SBS Autotrader is working, so that's been my main focus today and yesterday. Still traded it on Monday, but Tradeify, another new prop firm here. 55% off advanced and growth, 40% off straight to sim funded. Look at their plans and pricing. So 50K account looks, and this is, we go straight to funded. One-time fee, but this is 55% off. So 260 bucks ish. Trailing max drawdown, but it's end of day. 20% consistency rule, 7 accounts. Daily loss limit of 1200, 5 minis, 50 micros. Or you can get a 150K account. So that'd be 350 bucks for a fully funded 150K account. That's awesome. 15 minis, 150 micros. That could be really good for this SBS or NQ Autotrader or something. Daily loss limit 3750, 7500 end of day drawdown. 10 days minimum for a payout. It's pretty good. They are a very good growing prop firm, so you guys could look into that. I did not trade at L2 yesterday. Not yesterday and not this morning for me. I did Monday and I lost like 200 bucks. Small red day. That was 4 contracts, so down, 1 point, basically down 1 point on Monday. But our green days have been honestly a good amount bigger than that, so. That's again using just Dex Array, right? I saw some people getting mixed results. I know a couple people made some good money, a couple people lost some money. But I think, a lot of those people are running pretty different settings, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure, so. Give me a setup, dude, on the MNQs. Like, how hard has it been to get an MNQ trade versus an NQ trade? But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. If we could try and get to 30 likes on the live, we're at 21 right now. That's all I would ask for the day. So appreciate that, of course. Subscribe if you're interested in L2 azimuth content as well. Really? VPS helped you that much, Mustang? What's your normal ping? $30 seconds on sim. Up $670. Nice. 43 plus. Thank you. Good. Yes, did not. Gotcha. What NQ settings do you use? I really need an MNQ setup. I'm trying to force one and it's a no bueno right now. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Gotcha.
Order filled. Order filled.
Oh. Again, we're stress testing. So you can see setups here. About 5 cons on each. About the same trade. Different time frames. Slightly better entry over here. Remember, you can drag your TPs, drag your stops. Right? We have lower sensitivities, so this isn't what we've actually tested. Your TPs and you stuff are in a weird spot. Click the pink button. Goes to where they should be. Pink button. Goes to where they should be. Right? Risk reward tool. So initial entry should have been 20, but because of slippage. You can move your TPs. Yeah. Reminder though, we do have low sensitivities on, so it's going to put us into a lot more trades, right? Lot more trades. You can see here, pivot here. Let me move this. Let's traded L2. Gotcha. Pivot here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I moved them to where the target should be, basically where they were at the beginning, right? Again, recommended you just leave it and don't touch anything. The move SLTP is really for an emergency only, right? So this pink button is really just an emergency only tool. Recommended, you don't touch anything. You let your ATM do the work, and do not touch the SLTP button unless you absolutely need to, right? Okay. Don't spam it because it could bug out, right? Ooh, we just sweep that liquidity at 43 and come back down. Also, what's our ATM is at 25 points, I think, and then it starts trailing. So this was 24 points. So actually, if we hit this first TP, we would have trailed to about here, probably been trailed out. Good entry. Again, lower sensitivities, depends on your trail stop. If we used Ben's trail stop, which was 60.72, we would have already been trailed and probably gotten out for profit around here for about 20 points. So yeah, just trying to... Oh, we're also in on NQ. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We are in on NQ. You guys can see here. Or sorry, MNQ. Look at the trade here. 16 micros actually took the same entry, but stops. Actually, no, that's the same, yeah. And MNQ here on the 1 minute chart. So 1 minute solid. You can see we're in 16 contracts here, right? And again, same sort of thing. If you were to move the TPs, I wouldn't recommend it. The SLTP button's an emergency only use, right? Right, emergency only use. Right. Oh, the entry, why you can't move it here is because the entry's on this 1 minute chart. So that's why you can move it here. To explain that as well. Looks like we're gonna take that and come down and maybe stop us out. That's fine. You know, we're doing stress tests. Bump your sensitivities up, change your trails to whatever you want, right? Doing stress testing here, but that was a solid 24 points up there. So if you want a tight trail, then that would have trailed you out for profit. So not too bad. SBS yesterday, I don't know, I think some people said it lost, but we were updating it all day yesterday, so I didn't run it too much yesterday. So yeah, that was a solid entry though. We entered here and entered on MNQ as well. Our risk is 1500 on everything. So we're in 16 micros on MNQ. And you can see if you spam the move stop loss button, it might start to place it in a weird spot, but it works on, if you just click it once, it works great. So there you go. It's literally emergency use only. It places it at the proper spot originally. So keep that in mind, okay? Places it at the proper spot initially with your TP and stop loss. Also, remember to avoid bugs with NinjaTrader. You should be clearing your cache probably every day before you start up Ninja as well, to avoid any bugs. Pricing for SBS Mustang. Again, more of a stress test, low sensitivities, have 4 charts up on the same trade. So SBS is $225 a month. If you want lifetime, it's $27.50. And I'll be bumping the lifetime the end of next week. I'll bump it a little bit. So yeah, but I tried to make the monthly very affordable for people because I know a lot, like I know Hutch loves our NQ Autotrader. He just passed a 50k eval with it. But I mean, it is a little bit more expensive, right? So try to make this one a little bit more affordable for people. But we've been working out the kinks, so
Target filled.
can move these, right? But again, I'd really just click the move SLTP when if it bugs out. So generally you don't want to touch this. You want to let the software kind of work for you. All right. Crypto. It's affordable to a lot of people, so I'm not going to sell you guys a product that I think is amazing for $40 a month. So the reason it's that is because it's good. Demati, yeah, the fills would be basically exactly the same. It's not like, just for example, it's not like L2 azimuth where the fills need to be precision, right? Because it's taking bigger setups, right? Taking bigger setups. So, you know, if you get a point of slippage, it's 2 points of slippage, it's not really going to matter too much. But yeah, why would I sell a product I think works really, really well for like $40? So, hey, Aramir, how you doing? We are in, I'll move this trade over here. So I know the ATMs look like kind of like this is a lot, right? Because individual contracts, which is good if you want to scale out. But again, you know, let's say your TPs were to spawn weird. This pink button is going to be emergencies only. Okay, because if you start spamming it, it will bug out NinjaTrader. Okay, you just, if it spawns weird, if it looks like this, boom, just click it once and then don't touch it. Okay, make that clear. Click it once and do not touch it. Hopefully, Curtis. At the normal setup, did it take any trades yet? On the normal sensitivities, I'm not sure because I'm forcing setups on lower sensitivities. So the only thing the sensitivities do is increase where the it's taking smaller pivots, right? Sander, it's, you know, it changes month to month, obviously. We keep taking liquidity here and then popping down, so probably gonna move down lower here. It got so close to our trail. What is our trail? 80-100, so 25 points, right? Should start trailing. Oh, we got about a point away from our trail. But like the market replay tests are pretty accurate. So this month on $500 a risk per trade, so that's roughly, you know, $500 to $700 risk averaged, because it can't take like, you know, half of a mini contract. 7,500 profit. We avoided some news days. Ended 7,500 profit, 1,000 drawdown. Obviously, it might be a little different in real time, but generally that's the result there. I mean, that's October 1st to October 20th. Yeah, double click it 5 times. No, you start spamming it, it will bug. Like
target filled.
It just bugged out, right? because we were spamming it, removing everything, right? And we got a bunch of errors here, right? Click it once. So, Paul, I'm testing on lower sensitivities. So interesting here, we, because of the entered individual contracts, now they're trailing. So, each contract might enter at a slightly different price, right? First contract might enter at 23, 23, 24, 25, then you're all in. So it might trail a little, it's not going to be perfect, but it's now trailing for us. So, that's what I mean though with the double clicking and stuff, moving your TPs like that, right? It's gonna bug out. So leave it how it's supposed to be. If you have to click it once, you can, right? We clicked it probably 8 separate times on that one trade. So it's emergency only, and you don't have to click the pink button. You can just move these to where you want. I mean, pretty simple, right? Yeah, unemployment claims isn't huge, but I don't like unemployment claims today, but we get trailed out. You can see how close to the TP we were there.
Filled.
About 2-3 points away, but trailed out for profit. We might end up bouncing back up. Again, depends on your trail. So there you go. There you go, right? So MNQ was 16 contracts there with a 17-point stop.
Order
so
filled.
Another entry on something. Right there, 15-second. Again, low senses, low sensitivities. You want, you can drag these, right? But this is if it spawns weird. One click. Now don't touch. Do not touch or it'll bug. Okay? Again, forcing setups, making sure. You can see here though, it spawns TPs and stop losses at the right spot. So this should be emergencies only. Okay?
Stop filled.
Again, most of our testing was done on a 1-minute chart, right? So, I mean, that was actually pretty good setup. You had your 1, 2, 3 right there. Fib was basically, yeah, right there, right on the entry. So that was actually a good setup. The only problem was we swept all this liquidity up here. But all that. Also, we're on a 15-second chart with low sensitivity, so you guys will have to do your own testing, obviously, to find out what you like. Our testing was done on a 1-minute chart with a sensitivity of 3 and 1. Right now I'm on 2 and 1, and we use 50 bars, max bars. Right now it's on 150 because we're forcing setups. Okay. Anyone have any specific questions? Yeah, I think you guys will enjoy it. I really do. Remember, think long term. It's not going to be as exciting as something like L2 Azimuth. It's meant to be more hands off, right? More of let it work for you, right? You're not supposed to sit at the computer all day and monitor it. Maybe to have it build your trust and make sure everything's functioning, sure, right? But generally speaking, like our NQ Autotrader, right? I don't touch it, right? I just turn it on before I go to sleep at night, and I wake up and I turn it off and I see if it makes profit or not, right? That's hands off. Same idea with this. So yeah. And just remember, with the risk on NQ, it does round up. So if you put like 500 risk, it might still put you in a trade with a stop of 700 or 800, right? It does round up, but it'll be as close to 500 as it can be. If you want really accurate risk, you put it on MNQ, okay? If anyone wants SBS, links in the description. Discord's in the description. At least join the Discord because that's free. Got L2 Azimuth stuff in there. Whole bunch of stuff Autotrader related, right? So good group of guys and gals in here. NQ Trader for another win on NQ and MNQ. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I do agree, AP. Well, let me tell you. 15-second chart. You'll get a lot more trades, right? So what does that mean? You get a lot more losers potentially, and you'll potentially get a lot more winners, right? It just depends on the day. And depends, you might need to, maybe you need to make different sensitivities, right? It's all according to your testing, but our testing was mainly done on a 1-minute chart and like a 5-minute chart on the 3-in-1 sensitivity. So Hutch, did you keep that running on your evals? Gotcha. Hutch, how's everything in Florida, by the way? How's everything in Florida going after the hurricanes? Oh, I was about to say, you are extremely close to passing your 250Ks. Looks like your 50Ks, yeah, your 50Ks you turned off, right? Your 250Ks, 14K in profit right now, and just about 12K in profit on this one. And so you only need, what, 700 bucks more on your 250K to pass? It's awesome. Debris everywhere. We got tore up pretty good. Gotcha. Gotcha. What was I gonna say? You're still in Florida right now, right? You didn't go anywhere else? Still at your house and stuff? I am going to end the live in probably 20 minutes or so. Again, just doing a stress test this morning. And then I'm going to go back, redo some videos and stuff for the update. Give out the update hopefully by noon. Closed on a property northeast of Gainesville on Monday. We'll be moving from Port St. Lucie. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Have fun with that. Moving to the boonies, can't take all these. I don't blame you. Get some acreage or something. "22-acre pecan farm." That's awesome. It'll be real quiet. Real quiet. Become a pecan farmer. Pecan or pecan? Pecan farmer. Nice. Nice. That'll be nice. I want some acreage myself, but it's hard. It's like either choose a nice lot of land on, or a nice house on the water, or get a bunch of land in the middle of nowhere, right? I want both, but If we opt for the monthly plan, then decide to go over lifetime, it can't. There's no way for us to do that on WAP. So there's no nothing discounted like that. So sorry about that, but Point St. Lucie is lovely. It's nice. Building homes faster than infrastructure now. Yeah, it makes sense. Between property taxes and homeowner flood insurance, $1,200 a month. Sheesh, on a 600K home, just for taxes and insurance. Not even a mortgage, too. Shakes. It's a lot. You know, I have wanted to move to Florida for a long time, and now I don't. I really don't, because of all the hurricanes that have gone on and. The upside down L. Yeah, I mean, you can turn that off. It's just a way of showing potential entry spots, right? You can turn these lines off though, so the chart would look like this, right? And then you would just see, you would see pivot here, right? Pivot, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Took that, but we just set up liquidity. You can see here, pivot, 1, 2, 3, 4, entry long. That one was full take profit if you let it run, right? Because the risk reward tool shows that. Right on the opening candle, it took a short, but you can see pivot, 1, 2, 3. Was it a short, or where was that? I can't even. Oh, there's a inside of this. It's right here. Pivot, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4 was up here, stopped out. Took a long here from this pivot, 1, 2, 3, back down. Right? You wouldn't probably want to trade the first minute on a 15-second chart, but I like the potential, so I'm surprised when an entry happens. What do you mean you're surprised when an entry happens?
Order filled.
Uh-oh, is that going to be a perfect precision entry? Or are we going to knife? Let's see. Entry 65, 4 contracts, NQ. That's a 19-point stop, so right around our 1500, 1600 risk. Already 15 points in profit. A little slippage, right? So our stop loss is in the correct spot. TP, originally 2-to-1, is here. Again, you shouldn't touch the chart. If you need to, the move SLTP button, you can, but you'd want to do that right away when you see the problem. But should spawn on the proper spot right away. And we're trailing. Oh my god, it's a perfect entry. You can see pivot here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Entry basically right on the 0.618 area. Look at that. That's a perfect trade, guys. You want to leave a runner? You can leave a runner. You see it's bullish, right? Might sweep the high though and then just dump, so we could move the original TPs to maybe that high. I don't know. We're trailing 20 points back now, but we were already 40 points in profit, so that is a perfect entry. Only about a point, 2 points of drawdown. So that's basically a perfect showcase, but if that hit TP, we did hit the original TP though right here. So you can see the risk reward here. Our original entry with no slippage here is a 18-point stop loss. So it should be right here, should be
Stop filled.
So did stop out for profit, but you can see original entry here. That was an 18-point stop, so it should be, yep, perfectly double. So if you want, you could adjust that, right? Maybe we'll add in limit orders in another update, but still really, really good. If you're on your computer, you know, you could move that to the initial 2-to-1 if you want, but hey, that was still a really nice trade. And we were 40 points in profit, so that depends on your trail stop. If you want it to trail way tighter, you can, right? If you want it to trail looser, you can. So I thought that was a pretty good setup, or pretty good execution from the bot there. So pretty nice. I mean, depends on your goal, right? That was still a 20-point gain with the trail. So we actually, because of that trail, we actually did take a profit of what would be about a 1-to-1. So the initial stop was about 18 points and our profit was about 18 to 20 points. So not bad. Still not bad. Hutchie, definitely go take a nap. I mean, once the update's out, it's fine. You can get it whenever. I'm gonna make some tutorial videos now, as soon as the stream's over, and then I'll post that update after that. So probably noon Eastern ish, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours. So when am I gonna trade live account? Not sim. I'm just testing sim here, because I'm forcing trades to make sure that the stress test is gonna go through properly, and it is. Everything's looking great. So I'll be running it on a fresh 250K Apex account on probably $500 of risk. Maybe even $400 of risk. Nice and slow, nice and steady. Doing that next week because I'm gonna take a little trip for the weekend. So you're old. Yeah, get to sleep. Go take your nap. I think I'm going to end the stream there, though. I think that was a good last trade to end it on. So, yeah, I'm going to get to work, guys. Hopefully get this update out to you guys in the next hour and a half, 2 hours. Make sure you are going to pay attention and check the tutorial videos. Check the link, right? I'm going to update the videos there. Okay? and keep your eyes out. All right, so how long do I think take the pass based on what I've seen? Really depends, AP. That's gonna depend on each person. I would say it depends on your risk tolerance as well. If you have a high risk, you may be able to pass in a week, but you also might blow your account, right? So anyway, have a good one, guys. Stellar support as always. I do my best. So thanks for joining, and I'll get the update out to you guys in a couple hours.